welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna Redfield. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my Amazon favorites. I have done a few videos like this over the past couple years and they've been some of my best performing videos, is just sharing the products that I use. I love watching videos like this to see what people love. Today I'm sharing with you some of my absolute must-have favorites over the last couple years that I've gotten on Amazon, because personally it's hard for me to find things I like, but when I find them, I use them and I talk about them all the time to people. And today I'm going to be sharing 35 of my absolute must-have favorites that I actually personally use on usually a day-to-day basis. So I've organized them into different categories, a little bit about health and wellness, some about my phone, some for, beauty, whatever it is. These are the ones that I highly recommend and that I have only purchased in the last couple of years. Can't believe I didn't use them before. So if you want to, make sure to subscribe, check out my Substack, and let's head into the video. All right, we're starting with number one, which is a big one. I have yet to do a video on this topic, but I really want to do a full video. I recently got a vibration plate. My vibration plate is absolutely one of my favorite products that I own. I had been wanting it for a while. It's definitely an investment. It's a little over $100, but I try to use it every day. This is something that once I started on my health journey, I learned my body doesn't detox very well. I learned about how vibration plates can help with your lymphatic system and lymphatic drainage and just kind of breaking up just your body. And it's actually really fun. It feels good. It just kind of wakes you up and gives you some energy. If you are struggling with anything health-wise, I highly recommend getting a vibration plate. It is super fun and I wouldn't recommend it enough. It is absolutely one of my favorite products and definitely something I recommend. I've actually tried the trampoline version, mini trampoline. I still have it, but it gave me a headache every time I went on the trampoline, so I actually much prefer the vibration plate. It's also a lot easier to use. Okay, this is also a recent purchase. This one I bought within the last 2 months, and that is a red light. Now, I recently joined a Facebook group called Red Light for Beginners, and the guy in the group said, hey, you don't need to spend a ton of money on these LED red lights. You can actually spend about $30 and get a real red light that can be used just the same as you can with the LED versions. So I did that. I bought the clamp and I bought the light bulb, and now it's actually warm. It actually is basically made for chickens. It's a chicken light, and you can sit under it and it has the exact same effects with the red light. I sit in my bedroom, I attach it to my desk and I just lay on the floor and I do about 5 to 10 minutes on each side, my front and my back. I did buy some glasses to kind of cover my eyes. I'll link those below as well, but it's been very helpful. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to see any effects with red light, but I've learned so much. There's so many studies about red light and the positive effects, and it can get expensive if you're buying a ton of stuff. I've seen the masks, but I'm I want it on my full body. I want it on my chest. I want it on my back. So for me, having a light that can extend beyond just my face is really important, and it's really, really cheap and really, really good. So if you're interested in red light, highly recommend checking this one out. Okay, so the next product that I recently purchased that I've been wanting for a while, and I do think it is helping, is a high frequency wand for acne. If you didn't know, I have been struggling with acne for my whole life. But more recently, I've really gone down a path of healing. I've gone to a naturopath. I've really done a lot of research. And one of the things I found, especially on TikTok and certain places, is high frequency wands. They're used a lot in spas or with estheticians, and you can buy them at home. So basically you hold it up to your face, you turn it on. You can use a gauze, or you can just directly put it on your face, and it's supposed to help your acne. It uses oxygen and different things. The one I have is argon gas, and it's supposed to help with healing your acne and with inflammation. So I've been using it for a few months. I definitely do recommend it, but I'm not sure exactly the results, but I definitely think it's a good investment, and it does make me feel better that I'm trying something different every time that I'm working with my acne, and it can be used all over your body as well. Okay, number 4 is a little bit of a gross one. People don't always like to talk about it, but a tongue scraper. I got a tongue scraper maybe a year ago, a copper one, and it is so good to clean your tongue off. If you didn't know, sometimes your tongue can hold different, food and stuff, and it really helps your breath smell better, and it's actually just really good to clean your tongue. So if you haven't got a tongue scraper, they're $10 on Amazon. You can get a copper one. You just wash it every time, and I highly recommend it. Okay, this next one's also kind of weird. I bought these toe socks. They're socks that actually separate your toes. I don't know about you, but my toes hurt a lot, and I find that the shoes that I wear sometimes kind of squinch my toes. I kind of have long toes, and so I bought these toe socks that kind of separate your toes. I have the toe separator gels as well, but I prefer this because you can just kind of wear them and they don't hurt as much. I just absolutely love these socks. You can wear them around the house, but they just separate your toes. Having good posture starts in your feet, and so I think having your toes spread out is actually an underrated thing. So highly recommend. They're like 10 bucks for a pair of socks, and you can just wash them like you would a regular pair of socks and just wear them around. Very, very helpful. Okay, this is kind of a 3-pack of things. I'm a big fan of going into the sauna. It's something that I do a lot, and so I decided to invest in some sauna equipment. So I bought 3 things. I bought a sauna hat, which helps keep your head cool in the sauna. I got a 2-pack on Amazon. I also bought a Turkish towel, which is much thinner than a regular towel, but can be used in the sauna. So you're not carrying around a big fluffy cotton towel. And then I also got these neoprene shoes that I can wear. So I live in Minnesota where it's cold. A lot of times I'm going outside to a sauna in the winter, so my feet are really cold as I'm walking to the sauna. These are neoprene. They keep your feet warm. You can also use them in ice baths. So highly recommend. Again, about 10 bucks for those. So those, and I keep them in like this clear bag that I got on Amazon, and that is my like sauna kit. So highly recommend if you're into saunas to get some stuff to help you in the sauna. Okay, this is an underrated thing that I don't think a lot of people talk about. I got an Apple Watch band that's super stretchy. I also got it in this color. It's kind of like a tannish color, but one of my biggest things that a lot of people don't realize is when you're on the treadmill, you're not really like tracking your steps as well. So I put my Apple Watch around my ankle when I'm trying to get as many steps tracking as possible. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. And so for me to be able to quickly take my Apple Watch and put it around my ankle, I need a really, really stretchy band. This was about 10 bucks. And I use it every single day because I'm constantly moving my Apple Watch around to where it's supposed to go. Highly recommend. If you haven't tried that trick, it's a great one. There are other Apple Watch bands, but I just like the simple one, and it's easy to use. I also bought a little gold cover for my Apple Watch to kind of protect it, and it also is just a really cute color. Okay, this is a big one for me, and that's an ancestry test. You can get ancestry tests on Amazon. I did my ancestry test about 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure I ordered it on Amazon at the time. But more recently, I have used my ancestry test to learn so much about my genetics. There's a great website called Genetic Genie. I want to do a whole video on this topic because it's been such a huge impact in my life. But you can actually upload your Ancestry DNA results to this website and find out if you have any genetic mutations. Turns out I have some pretty major ones, and they have really changed how I view my health. So again, I'm going to be doing a video on this in the future, but if you haven't taken an ancestry test, I prefer Ancestry over 23andMe because I think they're a little better with your data. And they also have better systems for actually doing ancestry research. I've always told people to go to Ancestry over 23andMe. Check it out on Amazon, and you can get an ancestry test and check that out. Finally, in the fitness and health category, I bought this shoe holder because sometimes I bring my shoes to this indoor walking track, and instead of me just like holding my gross shoes, I bought this cute little carrying case that makes it easy for me to just grab my shoes and go. Again, like about 10 bucks, and I just used it a lot, especially last winter when I was going to this walking path inside. Again, I live in Minnesota, it's very cold, so I need to make sure that my shoes are clean when I go inside to an indoor track, and having this cute little shoe holder was very, very helpful. All right, moving into my favorite home and household items. So starting with one of my more recent purchases, but it's something I've been using for about 3 or 4 years, and that is my air fryer. Now, I was using kind of a big black air fryer, but I've learned so much about non-toxic stuff in the last year that I ended up switching to a glass air fryer. So I just got a glass air fryer on Amazon, and I really like it. I can actually see what's being fried, so that's a nice thing too that you can't really do on a traditional air fryer, and it's much safer for you because it's glass. There's no bad chemicals or anything. A lot of the air fryers that I used before weren't the best. So I highly recommend getting either a glass or a ceramic air fryer, something that is less toxic and is also easier to use and easier to clean. It's so hard to clean some of those ones, and it was just disgusting. Now it's just glass. It's very, very easy to clean this air fryer. Speaking of glass, I also switched from plastic to glass food containers for my food. So whenever I have leftovers, I use glass now, and I bought a big pack of them on Amazon. I think there was like 30 different different ones or 30 different items with 15 total. And again, it's just great. I'm switching everything in my life to be non-toxic. So I'm getting rid of a lot of plastics. I'm getting rid of a lot of irritants in my life. I'm switching a lot of my products, making sure there's no phthalates or anything in my products, and it's really, I do see a difference. And so for me, it's something where you can make small changes to make your life less toxic, and for me, glass is a big one. Going alongside that, I absolutely love these storage containers that I got from Amazon that you can use in the freezer. My freezer was a mess, and I have a lot of smoothie ingredients, so I wanted something that I could see through to see how much was left, but also I could reuse. And so these like, freezer-proof, freezer-friendly storage containers have been very, very good for me to organize all of my frozen stuff. So I absolutely love my before and afters of my fridge and freezer because I use these now. So because I live in Minnesota, it's very, very, very dry here in the winter, like really dry, and it really affects my skin. So I have bought a couple of humidifiers. I have one downstairs and I have one in my bedroom. The hardest part is having to remember to constantly refill them. But the one downstairs that I got is really cool. It's actually a smart one, so it actually syncs with your phone. So it can actually tell you like if it's running empty, what levels your house is at. And a lot of times my house is way below normal because of the winter. Thankfully it's getting a little warmer now, but this winter has been rough. And I know it affects my, my skin. So having a humidifier helps at least a little bit and making it feel like you can actually put some more moisture into the air. Okay, this has been a huge one for me and a really, really inexpensive tool, and that is boot hanger clips to hang pants and shorts. Now I have a closet that has a lot more hanging space than like drawer space. So I was trying to figure out how to like get my pants hung. I had tried different racks, I had tried different ways, and then I saw this random TikTok that said use boot hanger clips, and I was like, that's genius. So I bought a 2-pack. I think they're about I don't know, 20 total, maybe 30, I'm not sure how many, but I started clipping all of my pants and shorts onto that, and let me tell you, it has changed the game. I can see all of my pants and shorts, and it's so easy for me to do laundry and just clip them up and just hang them because they're so thin. And I'm like, this is amazing. Why didn't I start using these earlier? So if you have more closet space where you can actually hang stuff, highly recommend boot clips for like yoga pants. Okay, another thing that I absolutely love, when I first bought this house, I had a bunch of like bowls and stuff that I would constantly break because I dropped them. I'm kind of klutzy. So I tried to find something that was like not plastic, but also was microwave safe and dishwasher safe and wouldn't break. And I found wheat straw plates. I got plates, cups, and bowls, and I use them every single day. And they're so great. They are like easy to use, easy to clean, they're microwave safe, and I use them for almost every meal, and I never have to worry about breaking them because they are unbreakable, trust me. Okay, unfortunately my freezer does not have an ice cube maker, which it does, but it's broken and I've never figured out how to use it, and so I just kind of gave up. So I ended up buying some ice cube trays. I'd bought them in the past, but I never really liked them until I got this ice cube tray. The reason why is because it does have silicone, so you can pop the ice cubes up. So every time that I refill, or I take out all the ice cubes and put them in my water bottle, I refill it. It's been so great for me to be able to have ice. I actually bought like a multiple pack, so I have a bunch of them. I will never buy another ice cube tray again. It is perfect. It's the perfect size ice cubes. It is great, and I have found my perfect ice cube holder. Okay, I've just gotten back into nail polish this year, and because I got my color analysis done, I've been buying a ton of nail polishes that are kind of in my colors, and I kind of put them in this big circular bowl thing. I could never find them. So I ended up getting this tray that actually is like a tiered tray that actually is very, very easy for me to see all of my nail polishes. It was like maybe 10 bucks on Amazon. I love it. It's so cute. It's a great way to organize all my nail polishes, and I highly recommend it. And the last one in the home and beauty category is my vanity mirror. I have a space in my closet that has like a vanity, and I got this vanity mirror. Not only is it a beautiful mirror, it also has great lights. It also has Bluetooth, so you can listen to music. I don't use that too much, but it's there if I want it, and I just love it. It's gorgeous. I'd wanted one of these for years, and I finally got one, and I use it every single day to put my makeup on. All right, moving on to iPhone accessories. Obviously I use my phone a lot, and this is something that A lot of people kind of tease me for it because I'm always on my phone, but I do it for a living. It's a lot of my life. So I bought definitely some awesome accessories for my phone. The first one is my phone wallet. So I've been using a phone wallet for at least 5-6 years, probably even more. This one I like the colors, it's kind of fun, but what I love about it is that it holds my license, my cards. It also has some extra card holder space. It also is great for protecting my phone. It's got like it is heavy, I will be honest, it's not the best, and I do take it off a lot because I constantly am using like MagSafe things. So for me, the ease of removal is also great. So I literally pop it in and out all the time. So for me, this has been a really good wallet, and I don't have a wallet, so all I have to bring is this and then I'm good. One product that I've been also really enjoying lately is this iPhone lockbox. This actually is great for when you're kind of addicted to your phone. You can actually just set it to a certain time. 30 minutes is usually what I do, and then you lock my phone in, and then I can't use it. It's very helpful for breaking phone addictions, especially if you're trying to get work done. One of my top 5 purchases in the last couple of years is this iPhone stabilizer. It has a tripod, but it also is great for walking and talking with things. I can use it with clients. I can hold it and it stabilizes. It is amazing. This is about $100 on Amazon. These used to be several $100s years ago for cameras. If you have an iPhone and you want to make stable content, this DJI Mobile SE is absolutely worth it. Worth the money. I wouldn't get a cheaper one. I'd invest because these are really powerful and great. They stabilize so well, and every time I'm out with it, people ask me about it, and I'm like, guys, this is totally, I have 2 of them because I love them so much. So highly recommend this stabilizer for your phone. If you want something a little cheaper that's also still great, I have this awesome tripod. It literally is a floor tripod, and it's a MagSafe tripod. So all I have to do is I take my phone out of its case and I just pop it on. That's it. You can film it horizontally, vertically. It's so much better than some of those tripods where you have to like squish it in. Oh my gosh, this is a game changer. I can, walk with it if I want to, but for most of the times, it's great for filming TikToks. I can just be hands-free. I use this a lot. It can go up and down. You can use it as, whatever you want. I highly recommend this one. It was like 20 bucks on Amazon. So I bought some cheap Amazon microphones for my phone, and I did not like them. They sounded terrible. So I ended up investing some more money, and I got the Robe Wireless ME. These can attach to your phone as well as to like a clip. So it kind of clips onto someone's shirt. Highly recommend. I use this with all my client videos, and it makes the sound so much better. It also has wind covers. It was about $150, but definitely worth it if you want really high quality audio and you're doing it on your own and you're using your phone a lot. Highly recommend. I'm using a different mic now for my DSLR, but when I'm using my phone, I try to do that with all of my client work. The last one in the phone category is my MagSafe Chargers. I recently got into MagSafe stuff because I'm like, wow, this is so much better than the Lightning one where you just have to like finagle it in. You just pop it right back on your phone. It can also use it with different stands. And so I've recently gotten to the MagSafe charger game, and I love it. Obviously you do have to take your phone out of your case to use it, but I just love how I can just pop it right on and it starts charging. So MagSafe chargers, you can get them on Amazon. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of my productivity tools or work tools. 3 that I have on this list. First is my walking treadmill. I've talked about this before. I did a whole video. You can watch it right here. I bought this about 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't think the exact model is on Amazon anymore. There's probably even been some improvements, but any walking treadmill is a good investment. I highly recommend looking for one that's easy to move. I've actually seen foldable ones now, which is really cool. Try to find one that's like really light and is able to work. This one you cannot have it go up or down. It's just a walking pad. Can run on this one, which is helpful. I use this a lot. I use this now in the morning. So my new routine is I wake up, I eat breakfast, and then I walk for an hour on my walking treadmill. And the last couple weeks, that's been my routine. And because it's winter here, I can't really walk outside. In the summer, I'll walk outside, but right now I'm just walking inside on the treadmill. So I don't really use it to walk and work, I can't really do that, so it's more of just specifically for walking. If you want more on that, make sure to check out my video. When I got my walking treadmill, I also got my standing desk, which is actually right next to me over here. I do recommend a standing desk. I do all of my calls, all of my webinars while standing because it gives me more energy. It's great. I actually don't use it with the walking treadmill, but I do think having a standing desk is very, very great, and I use it a lot. So highly recommend my standing desk. And this one was one you can put on top of I have a table from IKEA. I just put on top of there. All right, the last one in this category is my photo scanner. I bought my photo scanner last year to scan a ton of photos, and I still love it. It was definitely an investment. It was like $200, but as someone who needed to scan a lot of photos, it was definitely worth it for me. Could have used my phone, but I was just like, I just want to scan everything and put it through the photo scanner. It can also scan documents. So my photo scanner is definitely one of my favorite things I've purchased in the last couple of years. All right, 2 more categories to go. This one is beauty and self-care. First category, I actually got this as a gift from my brother for Christmas. I asked for it. It was a pack of lip balms. Now, I've done a lot of research on lip balms and which ones are actually good for you, and this one has been my favorite lip balms I've ever gotten. All natural, they have really good ingredients, and they actually work. My lips don't feel as chapped when I use them. I've stopped buying a lot of the traditional ones, even things like Aquifer I don't really use anymore. I use these ones. It is amazing. Very, very good for you, and you can get like a 6-pack on Amazon for less than 10 bucks. When I was doing my color analysis, I realized I didn't like my robes. I don't really like heavy robes, and so I ended up buying this really lightweight one, and it was in one of my colors, in my coral colors. I love this robe. It's kind of got that waffle material, and it's light. It only goes down to my knees and goes to my arms, so it's not like a full robe. I don't need that like heaviness. I like the lightness of this robe, and I got it on Amazon. So if you're looking for a new robe that's just kind of light, you can just put it on right after the shower, walk around your house with it. I highly recommend this one. Another thing I got into last year was protecting my skin from my hair at night. So I bought a silk bonnet. Most of the times people use bonnets to protect their hair. I use it actually to protect my face. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, my hair goes like this and it gets into my face, and it can make my skin a lot oilier. So I bought a silk bonnet to kind of keep my hair out of my having to use like a, a clip or something, or put it into a ponytail. Like, I wanted to just keep it in a silk bonnet, and so I use that to protect my skin from my hair. Finally, my purse. I got this on Amazon maybe about a year ago. I love the brown. It's really cute. It can hold my laptop. It's not very expensive, but I use it a lot to travel. It's not super heavy, and it carries everything I need. It's the one purse that I have, and I use it a lot. All right, the final category are some of my most useful tech products. The first one is rechargeable batteries. I switched to rechargeable batteries maybe about a year ago. Haven't looked back. I will never buy a regular battery again because they're not great for the environment, and you just constantly have to replace them. When you buy a rechargeable battery, all you have to do is recharge them, and it's so much better. And you have like a ton of them. So I always recommend getting like a ton of backup batteries that you can just replace and recharge, and it is game changer. Saves you so much money, and it's just a little bit of time to charge, but that's it, and just have them, recharged and ready to go. I just think it's such a great investment, and you have to buy the little charging pads too, but it's like you buy them one time, and it's just like, it's a no-brainer for me. Why would I ever buy a regular battery again when I can buy rechargeable batteries? This is a huge purchase for me. I highly recommend AirTags. AirTags are great. I keep them in 2 places, one in my car, one on my keys. I lose my keys a lot. I can use the tracking noise to find my keys if I'm running late. And then with my car, if I'm ever parked somewhere, I can remember where I parked. If I ever worry about my car getting stolen or towed, I know exactly where my car is. So if you haven't gotten an AirTag, in your car, I just recommend like hiding it somewhere. Just like bury it deep beneath the seats, so if somebody does like steal your car, they don't know where it is, and hopefully they'll abandon your car if they get the notification that they're being tracked by an AirTag. Most of the times they probably don't even know. So you can still track your car with your AirTag. The last one that I got is kind of a fun one. I got like a karaoke machine speaker for when I was doing events where they didn't have a speaker. It has been very helpful. I used it at my friend's PowerPoint party. I used it for karaoke night. I've used it at different random events that needed a speaker. Movie nights where you needed to use Bluetooth. It was about $100, but I was like, man, I'm gonna use this for the rest of my life. It was definitely a great investment, and it's something that I use a lot, especially as someone who is trying to get more into public speaking and trying to do more events. So that was my list of 35 items on Amazon that have changed my life. Is there any that you've tried? If you have any questions about any of them below, let me know. Maybe I'll do a further video because I want to do some videos on some of these topics. I'm all very passionate about all of these. So anyways, hope that you guys check that out. Make sure to, again, subscribe and check out my Substack, and I'll see you next week. Bye!